Welcome back to the channel, guys. Fun one today. Taught a player the other day working on how well he was turning into his backswing. So he had the concept that he was trying to really turn a lot. Specifically, he was really working the lower body a ton. What that led to was not much separation between his hips and his chest when he went back. So he sort of turned, it looked like this. What we're trying to do when we go back is get sort of a good turn here at the start, but then we're screwing this foot into the ground, loading this hip and starting to stretch and rotate sort of our upper part of our chest or our thoracic spine more as we get to the top. So what that does is that's screwing this into the ground, creating a bit of separation. So now I'm starting to get sort of stretched through my system as I get to that top of the backswing position. And then from there, to continue to add it, I'm going to start to get my lower body to go, and that's going to create even more stretch. The whole thing here is I'm trying to continue to keep space as I do it. If you find that you get loaded up and then you go to push and you start going into the ball, then you're going to have to readjust that second part of trying to get more stretch. But that's, again, dependent on the player and sort of how their system works. So if I'm in here, I'm trying to get, again, good load through the chest as I start, so good turn here, and then really starting to screw this in as I finish my backswing, and then starting to push out of that position to continue to add that stretch to the swing. So if I get set up here, I feel my right hip is active a bit now after doing that a couple times. So I'm in here trying to go good first move, and then basically from here, this hip is loading up as I finish my backswing, and then I push out of it to keep that stretch going and hopefully produce some effortless energy. So that was a good swing. Came off just a little right. It might have been aimed slightly right. Had a good amount of stretch. That was 92 miles an hour without a lot of effort, which is great. And that's the key here, is we're trying to produce a little bit of effortless power when I'm doing this swing. So I'm up to the top, good stretch here, continuing to stretch, creating enough space for that club to come in, versus if I just turn a lot, then I get up here, there's no real tension in my system, and then I come down, it's going to be hard to get the club back onto the ball. So again, set up here, good stretch, good width, and then try to continue to add that as I start down. That was really good. And that is 93. This is 8 iron, so ample speed with that motion, using the hip a little bit better, creating that nice load up, versus, again, for some players, they're gonna need to free things up to add length to the swing. But if you're at a position where you have some good range of motion and you're trying to turn a lot, it sometimes can lead to some faults and make it a little bit harder for you to produce that energy in the swing. So hope that helps. If you need any more help for your game, check out TimeReGolf.com.